Hadith. That which is ascribed to the Prophet ﷺ, whether it's statements, actions, approvals, qualities, both natural and character traits, whether these occur before prophethood or after. This is a hadith. What is a hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Something that someone's attributing to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's a statement because you're attributing. When you attribute something, you're saying that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was like this, or he said this thing, or he approved of this thing, or this was his quality, he looked like this. All of that is hadith. That's what hadith is. This is the term hadith. This is, if someone tells you, tell me what is the definition of hadith, this is the definition of hadith, the most comprehensive definition. There's so many definitions. I try to find one that's very comprehensive. I think Shaykh Abdul Fattah mentions this, but I think Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, this is his definition of what hadith is. It's very, before nubuwah, after nubuwah, is it his words, his actions, something that he approved of. He didn't even say it or did it. Or it's how he looks, or his character. All of these are hadith. You will find this to be relieving. Sunnah is very short. The methodology of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his method, his way of life. What is the difference? Isn't the method of the Prophet hadith as well? Like, how does the method differ from those four things? Words, actions, approvals, qualities. How is the method different? Can anyone tell me about that? Anyone? Can anyone think of how can a person's method be different than statements, actions, approvals, or qualities? Okay, that's very good. I'll do another example, because there is a narration where he drank standing. Khalid bin al-Walid was eating an iguana. You were gonna say that? Okay, I thought we were like linking up. Wi-Fi over here. Khalid bin al-Walid was eating an iguana, a dub, and yeah, Imam Shafi, I think, he says you can eat an iguana. Imam Abu Hanifa, because of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, said, I don't like it, I don't eat it. So that's not going to be a sunnah, but it is a hadith, because he said something, so you have the narration. What were you going to say? Saum Dawood, because it fits under approval, because he was very approving of it. Now it is kind of sunnah now, but it is like some correlation. But that's also a good example. But that was a good example. I just tweaked it a little bit with the iguana. But you wouldn't say that eating iguana is sunnah. That's why some scholars differ. Is it permissible or not? So some say, yeah, it's permissible. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam saw him eating it, and he didn't say anything. If it was haram, he would have said, no, don't eat it. So he's eating an iguana. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that my people don't eat this thing. But Khalid radhiyallahu anhu was eating it. Fried iguana. And you fry it up. Especially the little blue, what are those things that poke out from his back, look like hair? Alright, so hadith are reports, and sunnah is the passed down practice. So now, there's this concept, I don't know if some of you know about abrogation. Right? Some stuff get abrogated, meaning there is something that used to be done in Islam and now it's no longer done. In the lifetime of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the ruling was changed. For instance, in the early eras of Islam, drinking was allowed. A person could drink wine. It was allowed. But then the ruling came that now it's najis, it's impure. You can't even drink a drop. It's haram. So things that get abrogated are not practiced on. So sometimes you can find a hadith that's not a sunnah, meaning the practice, maybe Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was doing something or was saying something, but it became abrogated. Like the ruling was gone. So that's not going to be a sunnah, but it is a hadith. I'll give you a more practical example. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to tell the Sahaba, if you eat anything that was cooked on fire, your wudu will break. In the past, some people actually still follow that. That if most of the scholars, they say, no, that's abrogated. So if anything was cooked, say you cooked up some noodles, then you eat the noodles, your wudu will break. But if it's not cooked, you picked a date off a tree and you ate it, your wudu will not break. It's called al-wudu'u mimma massatin nar. That was abrogated. Now no one is gonna follow it. I actually think no one actually follows it anymore. I'm not sure. I think all the mujtahideen, they say no, because there's a clear hadith or statement of a sahabi that this is abrogated. So now, is this a sunnah? No, it's not a sunnah anymore. Is there a hadith? Yes. So sometimes you get an overlap. Sometimes they're both, sometimes it's one. So again, the wudu breaking because you ate cooked food is a hadith. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said it. He told the Sahaba, if you eat something cooked, your wudu will break. But the ruling changed, and now, if you eat something cooked, your wudu will not break. So is doing wudu after you eat something cooked, is that sunnah? No, it's not sunnah. But it is a hadith. So these are two different things. Now, sunnah is pretty clear. The method of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. There's more detail to it, but we're not going to go into it. Let's look a little bit more at hadith. So what did we say hadith are? To simplify it, 4 things. So the hadith is that which is ascribed to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, whether it is statements, qawl, or the plural of it is aqwal, or actions, fi'l or af'al, approvals, which is called taqreer, or plural is taqreerat, and qualities, which are sifatun is singular and sifat are multiple, right? So this is what a hadith is. Regarding the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, if you get info, a statement about his statements, actions, approvals, or qualities, 4 things. This is what hadith is, generally speaking, right? This is all you need to know. So if you have this in mind, inshallah, this is what a hadith is. These 4 things.